Yeah, oh, prof here. You got squares. You want to grab that blue bag that's hiding behind my lunchbox.
Blue bag.
Bring that over here. We got an example.
Bring that over here.
This is the Uniball 1P. You guys have seen videos on that before. We got the translucent ones, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got a replacement now, I think, for the Uniball 1 series.
Why you got receipts in there?
Because that's where this came from.
Mitsuwa.
Yeah, the bookstore down at Mitsuwa.
Arlington Heights. Oh, man.
Oh, no, now that you're doxing us. That's so close to my house.
Sorry, boss.
So I actually saw this tag. I didn't see this right away. This is the Zento, Uniball Zento, and I'm like, what? Yeah, that's just a piece of tape because I put the price label on it. It's rubberized.
I thought the whole body was.
No.
Just the little guy right there.
Yeah.
That could be kind of gross though. After a while, I could see that.
Well, it's also a disposable pen, so.
You can't. What the? You just write with it and eat it?
Well, no, there's a seam right there. You gotta take the.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I mean, you could replace the ink, but most people treat a lot of people would treat even this as like a semi-disposable pen.
Savages.
Okay, so
little pen.
This is the Uniball 1P. What was the long one called? The Uniball 1F, I think, full or something.
Mm-hmm.
The Zento is basically an updated version of the Uniball 1, the long boy, not the short chonky boy that we have a video on, the fat short stubby guy. To be truthful, had this not been in this awesome, pretty darn bright yellow, if you guys have seen my mouse, the Vaxi-XE, not the one I have at work, the orange guy that you're probably used to seeing, I got a yellow one at home that is very. I thought this color was very similar to that. I don't know about you. Like, it looked very.
No.
You don't have a. I don't think you have a Uniball 1F.
No, I do got one of those guys in white.
A Zento?
Not a Zento.
Like the one version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got this guy.
Yeah, you got your brown.
I got the brown one, yeah.
But yeah, so I saw these sticking up, and I'm like, what the heck is a Uniball Zento? And originally I only saw red ink. Yeah. Because for some reason the red ink was not stored by the other ones, and then Peyton, a buddy of mine, found these are so new that they're on an end cap. Like, so they must have just, or fairly recently,
got shipped in?
Come out. Well, otherwise, why would you have a display end cap for them if they're not, like, relatively popular or new? This one is 0.5 black, but basically, the body of this is almost the exact same as Uniball 1. You can see they changed the mechanism here from this oval style to that circle.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm using Google Translate. I'm going to see if I can translate.
But this is almost the same style as the longer Uniball 1, except this is rubberized, right? Like this bit, the top part not rubberized.
Here we go, dude. Hell yeah. What does it say? Bro, translate. It is necessary.
Well, it's because you're on Chinese. You got to put on Japanese.
Japanese. All right.
You probably got to download it too.
No, it's probably in here somewhere. Don't worry about it. Japanese. There it is. Oh, did you have to download it? You mother.
Did you hit the download button? There you go.
Come on, 5G.
But yeah, I just saw this and I was like, what the heck's the Uniball Zento? Then we found the end cap and I picked up this guy, which is just, it doesn't write yellow. Currently, I think Zento is only available in black, blue, red.
That's pretty standard.
Whereas Uniball 1, I think, is available in like...
all sorts of nonsense.
Yeah, like 28, your Baskin Robbins flavors is what it's available in. You know, Japan likes Baskin Robbins. So.
We're stuck at 80%, all right?
Are you on the work Wi-Fi? Are you on your VPN? Because then it should be fast. Is I don't see the VPN icon up there.
Nope.
Did you not switch over to the new one after I told you had to switch apps?
I think I did, and it was giving me issues. So I was like, I'm just switching back. Turn this nonsense off.
Because that's probably what you're running into is the work network's kind of...
I mean, we can just go like this. Bye.
Kind of restricted. I mean, we do have some really darn good 5G because it's like across the road.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
Yeah, you can see the tower. That's how you know you get that.
Boom, instantaneous.
That's how you know you're getting the good cancer. You know.
It's a good cancer. It's how you get COVID, okay? The COVID tower.
You gotta go throw rocks at it.
You can light on
That's what they're doing in the UK. Is they were throwing a rock. They throw rocks at.
Gonna light it on fire.
They actually one guy died in the UK from getting stoned while installing, the 5G antennas.
What does it say? What does it say?
What are you trying to see?
Yeah.
All I see is a reflection of the light on the ceiling.
Please be sure to check the part number before purchasing.
Yeah, they're saying if it fits.
Please remove the plastic half of the tip from pen before use. Do
Yeah.
not use for any purpose other than writing. Please be careful not to shake or drop the bottle. The bottle vigorously may cause the ink to spurt out. Okay. When inserting the refill, be careful not to catch the tip of the pen on the spring. Damaging the tip of the pen can cause ink to leak or smudge.
Yeah.
What we got here? Mitsubishi makes this?
And Mitsubishi owns Uniball. See, it says Uni Mitsubishi.
I see Sakai Sabayashi Hanzibiso. It's right there, dude. Let's try to see it. Well, it just had it right there. There it is. Well, now it's changed. Kuyukai Sabayashi. I can't. I don't know, man.
Oh,
Let's see what it says when I. See, now it says something different.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, but I don't know what these are. Supposedly, according to like the Uniball rep, this is a fully redone.
Full diameter.
Like
Yeah.
the ink formula in the Zento is completely different than the Uniball one.
What?
Yeah, supposedly.
Water-based ballpoint pen refill. That's what that says.
Okay, so that's what like every Uniball gel refill.
It's not pigmented, correct?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I know as much as this package tells us right now. That's all I know. And a lot of people were saying early on that because I think they thought because this pen design is so similar to the Uniball 1 that the Zento was just a rebranded or repackaged Uniball 1.
Oh, in color. Black, okay.
Yeah,
cool,
in color.
Okay, cool. Ball Valley Stone. What the hell? Okay, I think Google Translate's getting a little drunk. Having too much fun with that. Let's look this up.
But yeah, saw these on the end cap, and I'm like, oh, you know, me and Squeer's like a Uniball refill, right? We like a Uniball refill. There,
yeah.
I'll grab one. And then I was gonna have to buy him a pen, and I was like, they actually had a lot of colors pens. They had like 12 or 16 different colored pens, and I was like, oh shit, which one do I get you? Brown, or brown?
Brown it is.
Because there were like many versions of brown. There's actually a pack where you can get 4 in 4 different colors, from beige to like chocolate brown, that you could get them in. And I'm like, well, you know. But I only picked up one pen because, you know, why do we need the Uniball pens? Because we got these guys, right? Might as well just put it in a nice pen, right?
I mean, I don't have that guy. I just got the one pen.
Oh, you got your basic though, don't you?
That's what I'm saying. Hold on a second. I'll show you. That's this little guy.
Yeah, so you could stick that in there with a slight choppy.
So I do with my.
There you go. Look at those ribs, man.
That's what I did with the Sharpie refill I got in here.
Bloop.
Yep.
I'll have to bring it in, but the basic 3, I showed you the sneak peek of that guy.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool actually.
So I'll have to let you know when that comes in, because you'll have to bring that guy in so we can have a
face off.
Yeah, I'll bring the basic one with it.
One
I think that one turned out better. I like this one better than the first one they released. Not that I have a problem with the first one, but I think it's
not bad.
It's a cleaner design, I feel like.
Yeah.
Cleaner design. So yeah, we just wanted to share that the Uniball Zento is out. Some reviews, like first-hand reviews on Reddit I saw, were saying that this is even scratchier than the Uniball 1. And the Uniball 1 is... It's pretty... Well, that's why I had this here. Here's the Uniball 1. Here, you wanna take its... break its... there. Oh.
Look at that. One fell swoop.
You know, sometimes those go really easy, and other times you're sitting there like scraping them off.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that? 0.5?
This is a 0.5, not a point. This is pretty smooth though.
Okay, this is a 0.38. Oh yeah.
This is 0.38 too.
Scratchy. Sharpie, my favorite.
Sharpie doesn't make a 0.38.
They sure do.
Do they?
Right there, dude.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll bring you one. I got a few.
That's a hybrid tip. That's a hybrid tip, guys. So that, I did not know that Sharpie made a 0.38 because that you can see that's a conical needle point in the opposite way of the juice up. You know, the juice up is a needle point, conical point, but the other way around, like it's needle on the tip and then conical. This is opposite of that.
Oh, those are way smoother. Right with the Sharpie pen.
Yeah. Oh, you can even see in the lines. The lines are like the Sharpie pen's all the way on the right side, guys. There's like you can see there's like it's apparently one limitation people did find of the Zento is it cannot write directly up and down. Like they were complaining that you can't like
perpendicular to the paper.
Yeah, like it doesn't do a very good job of that. And I'm like, great, I never write that way. No, you got to keep going. That's like straight up and down.
There we go. You can do it here. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just really scratchy. That's all. I'm because like driving it into the paper.
Because like apparently it makes a line in the middle because it doesn't like. And I've had other refills that do that sort of thing.
Like the ink just like doesn't pump out more or less.
Yeah, because it's got to go like around the ball. And the ball's literally in the way of.
Oh yeah, it's definitely scratchier when you pull it towards you.
Yeah.
Versus writing away, I feel like. Yeah, if you go like that, it's better. But if you go like this, it's just like.
Yeah, I'll have to. What I'm planning on doing is putting the Zento in my basic 3 when it comes in, so I can compare it. Because this is a 0.5 in here right now. That's not really a proper comparison. Because this one, I think I checked in here, is a 0.38. I think.
Could be 0.5. I think it's 0.38. She's down.
As I drop it right on the tip.
No, it's fine.
38S, yeah.
I think you're sniffing it.
No.
You could have told me just to reassemble and hold the pen while you were reassembling.
I got it. You guys are like, this video is chaos. It sure is.
That's fine.
Now, personally, and a lot of other people, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say the Uniball 1 is bad. It's not bad. I would just take either of the two, the 207 or the 307 refill over the Uniball 1 ink.
Why is that?
Because the 207 is the light fast. Like, it's going to dry, especially for a lefty, get a 207. Because if you get any light, UV light, it's going to cure, like, way faster. And then the 307 has the cellulose. It is, by far, in my opinion,
the better ink.
The smoother ink. I'm not going to say... I like a heavier pen and a smoother writing refill. That's my jam. You, however, tend to like scratchier...
Ballpoints.
Oh, God.
Space pen. Ultimate refill.
But, like, at least in a 0.5, and I know that's not any real comparison.
Yeah, because when, like, you're drowning and you need to write your last notes,
you
know that the space pen's not going to let you down. Just letting you know.
At least for me in the 0.5. Now, this is obviously not a 0.38. This writes really smooth.
Yep.
You know? So it might be another one to consider. We'll have to report back. It probably won't get its own dedicated video because it's literally a refill for a pen, but I will probably mention it when I put it in a pen. Like,
and you start writing with it?
And I start writing with it. Because I'll put a 0.38, which is what I'm used to writing with. And, like, in here right now is this is a 0.38 cellulose. And I want to say the 0.38 cellulose feels about as smooth writing as the 0.5 Zento. So we'll find out. I also want to look up some of the properties of the Zento ink, like what makes it different. Because supposedly, according to the Uniball rep, this is a full-on reformulation. Because the Uniball 1 was like a modification of an existing 1, or sort of like they've had plenty like the Uniball 1 before. It was just like another ink. Supposedly the Zento, even though the pen itself looks very, very similar, it is a full-on, like the ink is fully reformulated. I don't know necessarily what that means.
I had a spare.
Oh, well, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
There you go. It's got the weird like hybrid tip on it, but it's not hybrid in the same way that the Juice Up is hybrid. It's hybrid like
it looks
different.
like Parker refills that I have. Honestly,
Yeah.
I have a couple of Parker ballpoint refills that are like that as well.
Interesting. It's like they couldn't make the tip smaller, so they had to like neck it down like a pew pew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe check out the Zento refills, or if you guys have used the Zento refills and or the 1 refills, like Uniball 1 or similar stuff, and have something in comparison, let us know what you think about it. Like I said, my favorite is the 307 refill. If you're talking Uniball, I know a lot of people really like the 207. That's the UMR. The 307 is UMR 83E. The 207 is the UMR 83. I know a lot of you out there don't even know you like Uniball because you use the Muji pens. And if you use the Muji stick, that's the Uniball like 151, I think, or something, or 150. Something like, I think it's 151 though. Yeah, which is their older refill. But if you like the Uniball or the Muji stick, that's actually a Uniball refill. And it does write nice. But it is one of their older designs. That's probably why they're willing to sell it and brand it as, another company's product. I do buy those though because they fit my pens better. I don't know why still.
Maybe slightly shorter.
Yeah, they're just
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, which is like enough.
Yeah, and you don't have to chop things down and end up like with this awful chop job that I did on this one. And it's even worse for the Pentel needle points that I got. So where I chopped it down too far and it basically didn't stick out enough in the pen.
But I got these for $235. I think if you buy these directly from Uniball, they're like $1 something shipping, like they're just under $2. Like if you can order them directly from Uniball. The other thing I can tell you about the Zento is the Uniball 1 only really had these plastic ones. They had the ones that kind of looked like this that weren't rubberized, and they were long. I think those were the F size, like full size or whatever. And this is the P, and I'm saying the P stands for fat with the PH. I don't know what the P stands for.
I don't know either. Portable?
Yeah, portable. Could be portable. There you go. We're making up as we go. But the Zento, they actually have a version of this that's metal bodied.
Yeah, I saw.
And they have a capped version that is like magnetically capped. Like a whole bunch of EDC pen guys are going like fucking
crazy
batshit over it.
Yeah.
And it's like the same way we got those limited translucent Uniball 1 Ps, right? It's exclusive to the Uniball store. So if you guys are into capped pens that use click refills, which is like a weird sub, like why would you not just get a click pen then? But if you like capped pens and you're looking for something interesting, the Zento line has some limited edition ones directly from Uniball on their website that look really high quality. Like they have the rubber grip on it, even though it's like a metal pen. Now the metal version of this one does not have any rubber grip on it. So like the metal bodied version of this is just metal bodied. That's one thing that Peyton didn't like about it. He's like, oh, I really like the rubber grip, but then if you get the more premium one, you like lose the rubber grip.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get the capped one, that's like that magnetically capped thing, that has rubber grips on it on both ends of the pen, both the part that is uncapped and capped.
You blew your mind.
Yeah.
Just take one of these pens.
Yeah.
Rip the grip off there
and shove it on
the metal pen.
I think this is a little thicker than
maybe.
than that.
Maybe.
I mean, way back in the day when I was a wee lad, like that tall, you used to take the pencil grips and put them on pens.
Yeah, or that too. Fuck it.
Yeah. But just thought I'd share. I do think it's interesting that they like made the thing beige, like that the branding is beige. And I think that's because the default set of the Zento pens goes from like beige to chocolate brown in like 4 or 5 steps of brown. So it's like the base set of these Zentos, like when they were originally coming out, was like beige to brown, all browns in a gradient. There were like 4 or 5 of them.
Probably the width of the tip, the thickness of the tip. Like .38,
Yeah.
5, 7, and then 1.
Yeah.
And as you got closer to like just bold, you know,
it went darker.
brown, and it just
it might have been something like
closer to Dookie.
But I saw that too, and I'm like, who would want a set of just all brown? They have all these fun colors, you know, and they're like brown. I'm like, we obviously, like, I got him a brown one, or it was like a beige colored one, very similar to that color. Because I know he'd like it's like a tan colored, but yeah, it was just interesting that like their default set was kind of like brown, and brown, and then it's like yellow. You know, like
that's all they had left was yellow.
Oh no, they had like 16 colors of pens or 12 colors of pens. Like they had
purple, pink,
you
orange,
name it,
green.
It's like they did the opposite than the Uniball 1. The Uniball 1 comes in like 16 colors of ink.
Yeah.
This one comes in like 16 yeah, whereas the ink itself only comes in black, blue, red right now. And I don't know if that's because it's a new formulation. I do know doing non-standard colors gets like really messy. Even doing like, say if you're doing the plastics in this, like Linus went over that when he made their screwdrivers. They're like, yeah, when we made the black one, easy. And you're like, oh, the red one's got to be just as easy. It's just the same plastic but red. No, the pigments actually cause it to cool, to mold and cool differently.
Yeah.
So you might have to have a longer injection time and a shorter cool time, or vice versa, because just the pigment in the plastics will cause a different properties to happen. And apparently, like, I think he said yellow was a very hard one to get right, because otherwise it like would look dirty or it wouldn't mix fully. So you'd see like streaks in the plastic.
I can see that. Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know if you guys have tried out the Zento. Your thoughts versus the Uniball 1, which I don't know. I like these pens, the Uniball 1P pens. The ink, I'm like, it's Uniball ink. You know, could take it or leave it. You know what I mean? If you're like, I replaced all your Uniball 1 refills with the 307, I'd be like, awesome. If you went the other way, I'd kind of be like, wow,
They've been replaced with Pilot G2.
Oh, God.
7s.
Oh, God.
Your favorite.
No. But, yeah, let us know your thoughts and comments down below. I think these have been out for a little bit, because I did see, I think there's 2 posts on Reddit about it, but that's like, there's very little coverage of the Zento. But at least in this form, because they did have some Uniball 1 products still at the bookstore, but they're almost all gone. So it really does seem like the Zento is replacing, maybe not as the ink, but like, you know, like, because the pens look almost identical.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I was looking to see if I had one in my bag, but I don't.
They look nigh on. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Imagine it wasn't fat. Like it's, and there's more variation of the pens in the Zento line.
Yeah.
So I don't, and like I said, the Uniball 1 ink was very similar to some other inks that Uniball has done in the past. A lot of us were confused, like, why'd you have to come out with a whole line of new, you know, I mean, they did have a lot of colors, I guess.
I suppose, yeah.
But, you know, thoughts, questions, comments. Hey, I learned about that there's a .38 Sharpie pen in this too. I'll have to keep this around for, you know, like every now and then you're like, you have a pen and you're like, I don't know what refill to put in it. And I got, for those wondering, and we keep calling these Uniball refills. Technically, their technical specification is Euro 110. Okay, and technically the Sharpie pen, once you cut off those wings that it has on the refill, is Euro 110
esque.
I mean, it is the same dimensions. Once you cut the little, like, there's like wings on the refill on here. Let's see if I can. You wanna? Oh, I got it. Let's watch it shoot out.
You're talking right there.
Yeah.
At the bottom, yeah.
So there's like little
The fins.
Yeah.
They give you a lot of ink in this refill, though. Look at that thing.
There you go.
It's tiny. It's thin.
There's little fins there that you got to cut off. I mean, I guess if your spring can go around them, you don't need to cut them off. But on a lot of pens, you're gonna have to chop. And what you do is you go and you whip out, because I know you all have Tuck XLs or Tuck HDs. You all own one of these, and you just put it away. Reload. Because you need a new blade every time you pull it out, right? That's how utility knives work.
Probably, yeah.
And it'll fit anything that takes Euro 110. That is something I did notice that is interesting about these. Normally, in most gel refills, when you get a smaller tip diameter, right, they need to have a smaller ass diameter. And Sharpie has definitely not done that.
Nope, I didn't see that here.
So if any of you know why that is, I mean, I know why it is on the other ones. It's because the amount of pressure that they would need to push that tip. When your tip gets smaller, you need less pressure to push it out. Thus, you make the hole
Maybe that's why
smaller.
they made the tip all weird.
Maybe that, yeah. If you guys know, is that why they made the tip all weird? Because the only other pen that I've ever seen not have a smaller buttocks when they went to a smaller tip, Hi-Tec-C. But that's because it's a needle point that works different than a conical tip.
Yeah.
Whereas this is this weird needle point stepped conical. It's like needle point at the top and conical at the bottom, whereas like the hybrid of the juice up is the other way, half and half. Like it's needle point at the tip and conical at the top.
Needle tip-esque and then conical.
Yeah. Which is opposite of juice up, because juice up is normally needle point here.
Yeah.
And then conical up here. This is
a
like
little bit of the step down there, and then it's like plastic enclosure around it, and it goes to a needle point.
Yeah. So I'm interested.
This should be more rugged.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's very rare to see a gel pen go that has not a smaller hole in its. Like normally this gets skinnier as the tip gets skinnier.
Yeah.
So interesting refill. Glad we found something else in here. So let us know. Have you used either of these before? What's your experience with the Zento? Did you pick up one of those limited edition fancy magnetically? They look real premium, and they're only like $27. So I didn't think, for somebody who didn't want to go out of the way and buy a, you don't want to drop either $30. Hey, it's only $30 for the basic, guys.
29.
$29.
Hey,
and or if you want to go like, was it 150?
I don't know what it was. That's your pen. I like my little basic utilitarian guys.
Yeah. So comments, questions down below. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.